Su misión personal es ayudar a preservar los espacios salvajes del planeta, para que las generaciones que nos siguen tengan la oportunidad de experimentar la maravilla de la naturaleza. Mattias Klum, fotógrafo de National Geographic, habló a KARINA CHEZ sobre su labor en pro al medio ambiente.
So, Mr. Klum, throughout your renowned work as an author, director, photographer, you seem to be giving a voice to all living things that don't or can't use one. What are they trying to say?
Well, I'm obviously very much moved by what I see. I mean, I spend so much time in different environments. It could be a rainforest or it could be a coral reef. And the way I try to get us connected, humans connected with what we have out there is through imagery and films.
What defines the location of an expedition?
It's really about what, the challenge. Usually if National Geographic calls me and say, Mattias, we would like you to visualize this phenomenon, or we want you to cast light on this particular threatened habitat, then that obviously will send me in a direction. But usually I'm very free, so it's up to me to really evaluate what will get me the best possible images or the best sequences that can do justice to this issue. So it's pretty free, honestly, and I don't have anybody sort of sitting on my shoulder saying you should do this and this and this, so which could be good sometimes because then you know what to do. Now I have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, but I have to say, talent, passion, freedom, sounds like the heaven.
It is. It's
do you have fun?
Heaven and hell. No, it is fun, but also honestly, I mean, I've worked in about 100 countries at this point, and I've seen so much destruction. You see, going to a place in the Amazon or in Borneo or in the Caribbean, and where you really want to isolate and show one of the treasures of our planet. When you go there, you realize that everything is not fine and everything is not incredibly okay, so to speak. Which means sometimes it feels like I'm walking through hell to find slices of heaven on earth, in a sense. And that sticks to your heart and your mind, You come back and you feel that, it makes it even more important, in a sense. I feel the urgency, but at the same time, it does make you feel sometimes like a liar, unless you show both sides.
There will be many influential people today in the conference. What would you like to ingrain in their minds? What would you like them to take from your presentation?
Well, I will speak out of my heart. I mean, I will show places that I love and that are, I think, in my opinion, good examples of some of the richest and most diverse places on the planet, but for different reasons. And I like, if possible, to use them as examples, good and bad examples on how we should or shouldn't do. And I mean, this country has so many assets and is really in a crossroads position to choose sort of the same as usual or business as usual model that would lead us to a worse position, or really go into a smart, sustainable, and proactive route. So if anything, I'd like to instill hope and a non-defeatist, but sense of urgency for these issues. Because so many times these issues that we now talk about, sustainability and poverty alleviation and pandemics and biodiversity, etc., are non-issues. So just to lift them to become issues, if we could do that today, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. And as you said before, the population and communities on itself have pretty, let's say, more influence in protecting what's ours. What are 3 things that come to mind, or a few things that come to mind that us Dominicans can do in our everyday lives to protect what we have and value our natural resources?
It's easy to become sort of blinded by the fact that we live so close to the riches, so we don't even see them. We can't see the forest for all the trees, in a sense. And that's human, that's a global issue. But I think that it's, that's why it's so important to connect with nature, to reconnect in a way. I'm not meaning that everybody should become a tree hugger. That's what I'm not what I'm
I'm a
saying.
tree hugger.
Well, I'm too. But I think it's very important to understand where food comes from, where water comes from, and what's that's really basic. But in a country like this that is now rich in resources in a way, and rich in water not least, but in a few years this will change. This is bound to change.
And so many people don't know this.
Yeah, well, exactly, and that's why the issues need to be addressed, like in this symposium and this event today. And I think it takes nothing less, and we cannot wait for change to be legislated. We have to be proactive and show that this is also a business opportunity for upcoming companies, not just a sacrifice.
Which photograph do you still fall asleep thinking about?
The ones I haven't taken yet.
Oh, good.
Well, no, I
Interesting.
mean, I'm sort of a person that I'm sort of all the time looking forward. I have that's one of my assets, but it's also one of my, I don't know, I'm always ahead of myself in a sense, which is a good and bad. But I would say that the wonderful thing about photography, like music and art in general, is that there are so many different images that can affect you in different ways, depending on what mode you're in or mood you're in. So I think that I'd like to give it that right back to you and see what you would like better and what you would be affected by. In general, I'm affected by everything I really see. I'm easy to please that way, from small, subtle details to grander things, and that's what I love about my work.
Are you changing the world through photography?
I would love to. I don't know how, but I'm a realist. I think a realistic person in that way. I think that again, if I can be a tiny but sharp tool in the toolbox, that's good for now, and then work with other people that can affect change. There are very important people around, not least today, for example, here, and once you can get a little bit of their time and hopefully be part of a larger jigsaw puzzle, that's again when it happens. Yeah.
And lastly, will we ever see the Dominican Republic in your list of expeditions?
Oh, I would love that. No, I'd love that, honestly. I mean, there are so many things, endemic species here, beautiful landscapes, beautiful marine environments, manatees, etc. I mean, yeah, if I can find any excuse and any reason to come, I will come back, of course.
We'll definitely welcome you with open arms.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Klum.
Thank you.